Alright, what I was saying is, what was I saying?
Hold the door for somebody.
Holding the door. I actually knew where I was, but I just in my situation, I'm actually trying to teach my wife, but without all of the effects of having to lecture her. It's doing it incognito. So that's what a co-pilot does, though. A co-pilot ain't got to tell you every time you did something bad. Why can't a co-pilot just come over and pick you up and just tell you how it was supposed to be? But without the bad part, Leave out the bad. Well, you ain't supposed to do this and you ain't supposed to do that. Fuck that. Nobody wants to hear that shit. I do, but that's not how you do it. Alright, well, next time, weld over here on the corner and then come back on the cross corner and do that. And not only tell him that, but tell him why. So don't tell him what he did wrong. He already knows. That's why you're over there fixing his shit. He probably feels bad if he loves his job. So, all we're doing is showing him how it's done right without putting, Anyway, you hold the door for the person. Or say excuse me for the whole day to everybody, or thank you, or try to get it into your head to where it'll take a couple days, couple weeks, couple months, doesn't matter. Try to make it to be able to do it a whole day, right? I want everybody, I want mankind to try this. This is, I'm telling you, this is why I can still live, and I can't put this beer down. It's sick. But do you know the guy in a wheelchair that came, that you stood there and you waited for him to get out the van, come all the way over. A couple other people came through. You were probably looked at like a door boy or homeless or panhandling or whatever. Don't be obvious, but just incognito, without trying or making it look like you're helping somebody that needs it, because he doesn't need it. Just hold that door for a couple seconds. The person that cannot walk would probably give another limb just for one taste of the feeling just to walk. Ladies and gentlemen, we're taking this thing called life, and we're living, we're falling. I look at people, I cuss people out all day. What the fuck? I ran that red light and he got too close. You know what? He wants to cut in front of me. I got a brake pedal. What if his baby was injured and he's trying to get home? He a medic. What if you don't know? We don't know. We don't know. All we can do is selfishly judge because we think we are dominant. Let's put dominance aside. Because that extra to that one person throughout your whole day, you probably see about 2,000 people you'll probably interact with. Wait, probably not that many. Maybe like 1,000, maybe. Depends on how popular you are. To one of them people, that's all they needed for that day, man. I suffer from, I need recognition. I have recognition issues, I want noticed. I suffer from it so bad because I shouldn't have to do that, It's almost like begging all the time, But to a person that was never able to speak from birth, can you imagine, when they're depressed and I hear people talking all the time. I just can't do. He would love, and he would, just for one day of it. People, we live in our whole entire lives with the ability to do it, and we're not using it. That's why we're not co-piloting our families. Even in the hood, even in the country, even in the, it doesn't matter, man. And you know, white lies matter too. White lies matter too. A little bit of salt burn the shit out of a fucking wound. Little bit. It's little things fucking matter. We don't see them because we're trying to be dominant. King Kong ain't shit with a cold. Sound like a bitch. Seriously. To that, it's an exercise for one. It make you a better person inside, just being polite. For two, you might have just helped that person throughout that day because they might have had the fucking worst morning. Think of one of your worst mornings and somebody cutting in front of you, or you're being late on your first day of the job and you know parole's going to throw you in jail if you don't get that job that day because they don't want to hear it. What do? We blame, all they want is money. All they want is money. Well, I had $3,000 in my pocket. And I didn't pay a $50 bill. They took my life for one day. I had this Chester County prison, not even the holding cell. At the time of my arrest, I had how much did I have? $114 in my pocket. They wanted $50. Bench warrant took me right to jail. That took my life. 24 hours of my life. And if anybody that's been to jail, and you don't have to be to jail to have this feeling, is anybody had lost something that either it was time for God to take, because God's up there painting all of our rooms. And once the paint's dry, He's moving you in. It's what it is what it is. I'm gonna just stop right there, and I just want to bless the ability that I can stand, I can see, I can hold a beer and a cigarette. That I think they're funny cigarettes that she gives me. They go out all the time, but we're not seeing the little things, man. And in a relationship, the white lies, the little tiny ones that you think don't hurt. People, they are the puzzle pieces to the picture. It's the little lies that make the big picture. The little things, I got that for you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Excuse me. No, you can go first. Them little things. And even people that suffer from anger, like I do, this little white lie works. I use that as a metaphor right there. 5 minutes. Because I struggled with a bed frame because I didn't take just 5 minutes to go to my truck and get the proper size wrench to take the bolt out. It was one of them, metal frame beds. So I grabbed the headboard, I slammed it down, busting it around, I bust a hole in the wall, bust my shin up. I was walking, I was having fun, I was singing. Don't even have radio. I made my own song and everything. I had a band. I had a fan club. She's holding the camera. Ruined it all, man. I wasn't singing no more. I was in pain, and it was miserable because it's the little thing the little thing in life that I could have just took 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes, to walk up a flight of steps, go to my truck, and get the tool, the right tool for the right job. Therapists ain't for everybody, because I can tell a therapist exactly what's in that book, and I don't know how to read. I mean, I do a little bit now, but not everything's for everybody. We don't know it. Society is built from induce them. That way we maintain them. That's powering. That's. How about what's really wrong? I mean, like, instead of taking, why don't we start giving? Maybe some of us are worse than others, absolutely, but we're not all like that guy that's worse than that guy. Listen, it cost me twice the amount of time to get a little bed frame up the steps, a hole in the wall, and a busted shin, and it's not even in the dumpster. I throw it in the living room. 5 minutes could have saved all that. It took me 30 minutes to wrestle with this thing. I snapped the freaking... It broke. I'm glad, because I don't think I was getting the tool, even if it was handed to me at that point. Blackout mode. Some of you guys know what I'm talking about. Just try to do that. One day. One day. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.